I love Don Rattain.
I love you back.
And so ask questions. Please don't have me doing all the talking because when it's time to work out, we're going to work out. So, Don, I have your bio, but it is really small and I cannot read it all.
I can
But
do it 2 minutes.
okay, so I'm gonna allow you an opportunity to please forgive me, Janine. Oh, she stepped out. That I cannot read it. I printed out and I forgot it. But if you don't mind just giving us a quick little bio of you, and then the first question. I know that your profession that you went to school for, and then I want you to say how you got into fitness. So go ahead.
Okay.
Y'all better listen too.
Well, I am from Kansas City, Kansas, 1991 Sumner Academy. Sabres, yes, yes. But I had a sister that went to Wyandotte, class of 80. My brother was Sligo, class of 83, but I was 91. So we hit almost all the schools. But coming from the original and Lawson families, because I know in Wyandotte County, you know all the families. But so I graduated from Sumner Academy. I went to Florida A&M University, and I'll tell everybody I was a big nerd, so I went on a scholarship and got a chemical engineering degree. And then very blessed because my parents had GEDs, and so great parents, great for the community, always gave back. And then worked for Procter and Gamble for 11 years. And then my husband's from here too. We were in Ohio. We had 2 kids. We moved back to Kansas City because we wanted to be near his parents, near our parents. And it was a blessing because both of us were there for our parents' last breaths. And then we had another third kid. And so I stayed home for a little bit. Then he's a lawyer, so while I was home, he opened a liquor store. So for 15 years, we owned Village West Discount Liquors out in the Legends and just sold that last February. I have always loved fitness. I always love the way it makes me feel on the inside and the outside. And I don't know about you, but we always had a lot of illness in our family. Like my grandmother had her leg amputated. She had really bad diabetes. My mother died from Alzheimer's. My father had prostate cancer. So it was just like a lot of sickness in my family. And so at a young age, for some reason, I thought if I move my body, then maybe if that won't happen to me. I also thought if I move my body, sometimes stuff happens, then maybe that'll help me suffer less or heal faster, right? And so I started my own gym. The other thing I realized is a lot of people are intimidated by the gym. You go to a gym, and no shade against white people, but it's a skinny white girl there with her blonde ponytail, and it just feels really uncomfortable. It can also feel hostile. You wonder can you work this big old machine? Can you hang with the class? You're not a skinny white girl. Does the instructor give you modifications because your knee is hurting today? Or you just got a long-term thing. So I thought, can I pull together a gym where we're friendly to each other, we're encouraging to each other, we can give modifications. If you don't want to jump, I got another exercise for you. And it really just feels more like a family. And so I started that gym in 2015. It's called EverFit. And so I just felt like, how do I help people find a way to be fit that's not overwhelming and intimidating? And so been having the gym for a long time. The other things in my resume is once I had that business, it was in Shawnee. And there's not a lot of businesses in Shawnee. And so I thought, the way I'm going to fix this is I'm going to run for office. And I'm going to bring in businesses to Shawnee. But I ran for city council and I lost. But you know how things happen for a reason. I was approached again even after I lost. And somebody said, can you run for Johnson County Community College Board? And I was like, no, didn't you see me just lose this race? Like, I'm not good. You know how you think one bad failure makes you feel like you're always a failure. And so I said, I'm not good. And they kept asking me. And so finally I thought about it and I really just went back to my past. I don't know if my grandmother graduated from high school. I know my parents didn't. They had GEDs. And I had that compromise in my head or that if I get really good grades, can I please just earn a scholarship somewhere? Because I know my parents don't have money. And so I ran for being a trustee at Johnson County Community College because I said there's kids out there that need access to college. They need somebody to support them. They need affordable college because I was that kid. And so I won. And I won that, so thank you. I think that's the reason why I lost city council because I was meant to be there for education. The other thing that happened was even though the college opened in 1969, I'm the first Black trustee that college has ever had.
Wow.
And so I got elected. I just got reelected for a 4-year term last year, and we have our second Black person on the board now, and our first Black man, because you never want to be the first and the last. You want to be the first of many. So we're hitting it, and I've had so many students come up to me and say that me being on that board makes a difference. Them seeing my face at the board meetings. You know, we set the tuition, we set the budget, we hire the president, stuff like that. But just seeing us on the board and seeing somebody that looks like them means a lot. And I'm always driven by the mission and always want to give back to the community. And so I started to put that into the air, into the universe, and said, I want to work for a nonprofit because, running a gym and being a trustee isn't enough. But I got my recent job is I'm the long title executive director for the Downtown Shareholders of Kansas City, Kansas. Basically, my whole role is how do we bring back downtown Kansas City, Kansas? For anybody who's lived here for a number of years, either you or your grandmother, your aunties, Minnesota Avenue was where you went to shop, to do all your stuff. And the malls came in, and all over America, your downtowns went down because the malls came in. All over America now, there's a movement to bring back your downtowns. Your downtowns are your small businesses. It's your local owners. Whereas the Legends is great, but the Legends is mostly chains. So we want to bring back downtown. When they do the flyover for the Chiefs in 2031, we want them to fly over the downtown, not the Legends. And so that's been my work lately. So just small baby steps, just how do we get small businesses? How do we get people? How do we fix, some of the vacant spaces that are down there and really make all of KCK thrive instead of just the western part of KCK thrive. So, and then I've been married for 29 years. And he's from KCK too, and we have 3 kids, 29, 24, and 19. So that's it.
Thank you, Don. Okay, so that's a lot. Now we got to get back to the fitness part. So now, wife, mother, business owner, you're on a board, non-for-profit. So how is your fitness routine? How do you fit that in? So this is interactive. You are more than welcome to, I can give the phone to Sister LaPortia. I can give the microphone to Sister LaPortia. But how, because I know that's one thing that we all consider. How do you fit the fitness in your busy, very busy schedule?
Now, the way I personally do it is I teach a class at 5:30 in the morning most mornings. And so, if you got a family, you got kids, you got to do it when somebody's calling your name. Somebody needs you. You got to get this done. And so a lot of times, what I tell people and the way I even set up my gym was it's all class-based. So it's not like show up and get on this machine and work out and get on this treadmill. You come to a class, the class starts at 8 a.m. The class ends at 8:45. 45 minutes of a really good workout, 3-4 times a week is good. So what I tell people is join a class, make it a class you like, at a time you like, with a teacher you like, or grab a friend and that's your accountability partner. And on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4:30, y'all gonna work out until 5:30, and that's your accountability partner. Everybody, you got a paper calendar, you got a phone. Put it in your calendar like a meeting. Don't say sometime today or sometime this week. Say on Monday at this time is written in my calendar. I'm gonna go work out, and don't let anybody touch it. You know, I say if my kids have a meeting, if I gotta go to a parent-teacher conference with my kids, if I have to go to a doctor's appointment with somebody, I'm not gonna miss that. Your health is that important. You gotta put it in your calendar. You gotta hold that time sacred so nobody can stomp on it. Get a friend that's gonna make sure you go. Go to a class, because the way my classes were, when people wouldn't go, they'd be like, where you been? Because it's like the person that stands next to them the whole time. Then you start to go, where have you been? I missed you. So it's that very soft accountability. It's not screaming at somebody or making it feel like punitive. It's really just that encouraging. You want to go because you want to see what the teacher's going to do. You want to see what your friends or what's been up with their life, or you and your accountability partner are going solve all the problems of the world while y'all work out together.
I love it. Any questions?
I'm in Shawnee. I'm off of K7 and 83rd Street. So, yeah, just if you head down K7 and 83rd. But I do virtual classes too at 5:30 in the morning. Everfit KC. Yeah. Yeah, and so most people, if people haven't been working out a lot, I either have a workout that you can do with body weights or 5 pounds and under. So especially for us women, we got to start picking up weights and build that muscle. But it's not a 20-pound weight. If you pick up a 5-pound weight and you do enough reps, you'll feel it. You pick up a 3-pound weight, you'll feel it. But just not to be scared of weights. But so at home, I tell people, have at least a mat and 5-pound weights. K7 and 83rd Street. So just, if you like going to Bonner Springs, just keep going, what was that? South, K7.
Tracy?
No, and that's a lot of people. I had so many people say, I'm coming to your gym when I lose some weight. So, no. A lot of people think they got to be at a certain spot. No, start picking up weight now, and you don't have to lose weight. And the other thing I tell people about that work out with me is not the number that's in the back of your jeans. What I can't tell about you, you might have amazing balance. Now, has anybody ever met somebody that fell and their quality of life went way down? Balance is your superpower. So a lot of times in workouts, I'll say do bicep curls, but do it on one leg because I'm working on balance. But I can't look at anybody around here and tell if you got good balance. I can't look at you and say how your heart is, okay? I can't tell your lung capacity. I can't see your circulation. So there's so much that is on the inside of your body that you could be healthier than me. It's not a size thing. If you've ever run a 5K or a marathon, it's people all ages and all sizes going past you. And so what I always try to emphasize, don't worry about a size, worry about your consistency. And I love to work out with people for several months, and I go, 6 months ago, could you have done this?
Yeah.
6 months. So it's you versus you. And it's your own baby steps to make yourself better, not make yourself like her or her like him, right?
Talk about some other aspects of working out, not just the physical part. And that has been one of the things that I absolutely love. So you talk about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so even just mentally, like that pride in, you know what, for 6 weeks, I have worked out 3 times a week. It's mental. So it's the pride of knowing that you can do it. It's knowing that you've been consistent. When COVID shut down all the gyms, I definitely wasn't working out for, losing weight. I was working out. It was for my mental health. So it's for your mental health. Like I said, your heart, your lungs, your brain, you sleep better. I have friends that say, listen, if I miss so many workouts in a row, you better not talk to me because I'm about your head off. So, I mean, that goes to your mental health, and it's just feeling that balance of, I got this done. This is something I'm doing just for me, and I'm taking care of myself. So I love to talk about non-scale victories. That, hey, these steps had me winded, but I've been working out for 6 weeks, and I can go up these steps and not get winded. You know, so you got to think about those non-scale victories that you're going to get. Yes, we all want to go down a pant size and all that, but, you know, it's going to help your hair. It's going to help all kinds of other things that have nothing to do with a tag in the pants.
I love it. Tracy? We haven't got to food yet. Okay, hold on. Hold that. Oh, so I want to share this, and then you had a question? Okay, all right. So let me share this. So I've been working out with Lonnie Bush. That's who I started my journey with. Was Lonnie Bush. I started in 2018 with her. 2017 with Lonnie. One thing that I can say about Dawn is that she's very gentle. If you ever seen Lonnie Bush, she is a bugbear.
I love her. She's my
horrible.
idol.
She's just a horrible. No, she's not a horrible person. But Dawn is one of the sweetest trainers that I have ever worked out with, because they're mean, but they do that in love because they are mean. But my husband passed in 2022, and I had a routine of working out 4 days a week, and I still have that same routine. And the reason why I love working out, because of clarity. I say I have brain fog. I don't have brain fog. I've actually stopped saying that. But I work out at 5:30. Those are my workout times. And that is so I get the day off of me.
Yes.
So there are times when people say, how was your day? And honestly, I really can't tell you because I've worked the day off. So I just say it's a good day. I can't tell you, you know, if my shoestring broke or the toast burnt, because after that workout, God has given me that in my workout, that the day literally is gone. I have to intentionally remember what I do in
It
my
helps you
day.
let go. There's
and it
so many
does.
benefits.
It is so awesome. And so when my husband passed, there's my cousin Kiva. It's my baby cousin. And so she walked the process out with the funeral, and she was a great help to me. And so I stopped working out for about 4 weeks. And so I didn't want to work out because I knew when I started working out, God was going to speak to me, and I did not want God to talk to me, so I didn't work out. When I work out, that's where I get my clarity. That's where it gives me my direction in my workout. So I stopped working out. And one of my good friends, Tanya Brown, who was here last Tuesday, said to me, when's the last time you worked out? Because you were right. It was just absolutely horrible. But then when I started working back, started back working out. I actually did a 3K marathon. He passed in September. I did it at the end of October. And so I said, when you work out, the tears and the sweat blend together so nobody knows if you're crying. See how that works out?
Yes. Well, and you touched on something too. Walking is the best. Your body is the best piece of equipment you have. This is the perfect piece of equipment. Forget a dumbbell. This is it. Walking. Go and do a 30-minute walk. Find a little route. Do that every day. You so much mental clarity.
Yes.
You'll end up solving problems. If you're outside, you get some fresh air. That's before you. If you don't know anywhere to start with a 30-minute walk.
We did, Dawn and I today. We did. Well,
she ran.
I ran.
She ran.
I ran.
I walked.
Yes. They walked too slow. It was a lot of ladies. So it's intentional. It is intentional, and that's what I kept saying. I don't like to, me personally, I don't like to walk without some intentionality to it. So you see me in the hills, I'm not gonna run. But if I got these little, I'm about to run because my heart rate
Yeah.
gets the
Yes,
pumping.
rev up that heart rate. You got to rev up the heart rate a little bit. Now, it's we're talking about weights, but we also got to rev up that heart rate, start that engine.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Wow. Hmm. Okay.
All right.
I don't get off the ground. I just leap up and
Yeah.
stretch. Then I do like a walking swinging bone,
Mm-hmm.
walking,
Mm-hmm.
and then I do stomach crunches. Just go like this all for about 30,
Good.
30, count 30, and then I feel wonderful.
Yes.
I didn't do that because of the loss of my daughter. And every time I tried to get up, I was stiff. Now I'm feeling my blood flowing through me. I feel less stiff Frankenstein walk.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein get up. I can just leap up. I can tie my tennis shoes, etc. Since I was doing the exercise, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to get back to where the stomach is not in the way, and I can tie. See, sometimes when I used to tie my shoe over here on this side, but now it's getting in the middle.
That's
Now
good.
I'm-
That's
because
good.
I'm losing some of this belly fat.
And you got that consistency. The consistency is it. A lot of us will start, and a lot of times people start, I'm gonna work out 5 days a week. I said, no. I say, if you just starting, do 3. Don't set yourself up for success. Do 3, and if you get 4 or 5, that's extra credit. That's a cherry on top.
That's good.
Start with 3 times a week.
Brother
Start with
Sam?
3 times a week, but be consistent with that first, then go to 4 or 5.
Okay.
Sure is. Yeah.
But I ain't been in the gym for a while. I only can do like 4 going back and forth. And for your stomach is good. I don't like to do it. If you just do what you call them? You don't gotta do what weights where you just do what you call them?
Crunches.
Yeah, but if your body sit up and just do that, that'll lose all that.
Yeah.
You know, you stand up and you do squats.
Yeah.
Squats is a good way to
Squats
do
is a
lot of
great
stuff.
exercise.
I'm kind of, it's a middle thing, you know, because like you said, I used to do like 6 weights. I ain't been in the gym in a while. So I'm at the store, but maybe 2 or 3 steps till you work. When you work out, your body gets used and you go up and up. But when you go there, don't worry about what other people doing. People been in that gym for a year. So you now coming, just do what you can do.
It's you versus you.
Yeah, and then your muscle, your wind and stuff will grow. That's all.
Thank you.
Well, you point out 2 things. One is swimming is a good low impact workout. 2 is do what you love.
Yeah.
So you love swimming.
Yeah, I
So
do.
if you can, find something you love. A lot of people like dancing. I don't have any rhythm, so I'm not going to enjoy a workout with dancing because I'm going to be on my left when they're on their right. But if that's what you love, try to find, you love the teacher or you love the format or, and just whatever. I want you to feel good about it. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm doing the laundry, unless you feel good about doing the laundry. But find something you love, like you love doing.
Thank you for coming. I'm enjoying this immensely. A few months I took a spill down the stairs. I broke my leg pretty good, as the doctors would say. But that's not what happened. Ever since I was little, I had issues with balancing. So when I fell, I was off balance. I'm still off balance and going to a therapist. But I appreciate you can have exercises just for balance, just to get everything in sync. Because after I heal, I will still have an unbalance. That's been all
Even a
my
little
life.
thing you can do when you brush your teeth in the morning, try to brush your teeth and do 10 seconds on one leg and then 10 seconds on the other leg. So that's even working on your balance. Every day, brush your teeth and try to do how long can you stand on one leg and switch. So it's little things like that
That's
you can
good.
build in.
Okay, I want to go over to the food portion. So, Rhonda, what's your question? And then I'm going to go to Sister Tracy.
I was wondering how effective are the weighted jackets, because when you say do what you love, I'm overboard on the do what I love. I only love cardio. I do not like lifting weights. I can dance, I can do step aerobics, I can run, I can jog, I can do anything that is cardio, but I don't like anything with the word up in it. So, no sit-ups, no pull-ups, no push-ups, none of that,
Something
right?
right.
So I'm just wondering how effective or what things can I add to my cardio that will compensate for lifting and the ups.
And the ups.
Yes.
A weighted vest is good. Weighted vest is good. Like I said, start with 3 or 5. Even if you're doing, sometimes we do weighted jumping jacks. You got a 1 pound weight in every hand. If you're on a treadmill, 1 or 2 pound weights. Now, and I'll tell you, here's the science behind cardio versus weights. When you do cardio, you do 30 minutes of cardio. When you stop moving, you stop. When you do a weighted workout, you're making very microscopic tears in your muscles as you're doing that weighted workout, making sure it's challenging. So after you've finished a weighted workout, your body is still repairing those muscles, so that's why you're still burning and your metabolism is still working after a weighted workout. So that's why you got to do weights. So cardio stops when cardio stops. Doing weighted workouts, you continue to get the benefits for a few hours after that workout stops. And building muscle ups your metabolism overall.
I love it. All right, Tracy. You were talking about the food. This is a good segue.
When you think about food and you have to, they say do portion control. Where do you begin? Because like they say, oh yeah, like your protein should be the size of your palm. But like, is it just flat like my palm, or does it go up? You know, like I don't know. I don't know like how to measure that.
How
You know what I'm
thick?
saying? Like, is it like this palm? Or, you know? Like, how do you begin to like start with the
Yeah.
portion control?
Now, if you want to do math, the math is 0.8 grams of protein for every pound that you weigh. I think
Okay.
that's the
said
0.8. And then they say a fist, so I think in 3D. Yeah.
In 3D? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
And I think, that's for your protein. I think vegetables, you can go all out. Carbs, definitely have a portion control on that. But, vegetables, as many as you like.
And then also with food, is it, some people say, oh, you should only eat like 2 times a day. Some people say you should eat 3 meals a day and 2 snacks. And like, is there really like a set thing that people should do if they want to weight loss? I'm thinking of weight loss.
Yeah. When I do a 6-week fat loss, I have people eat breakfast and then do like a protein shake for a snack, eat lunch, and then do like nuts or something small for a snack, and then do a dinner. But intermittent fasting, which you were talking about, where some people don't eat until like 11 and then they finish eating at like 7, they do a really short window, that works for some people. So it works for some people, it doesn't work for other people. So you can try it. The biggest thing I tell people to do is write down what you eat, because I can say that I didn't eat a lot, but I didn't count those 4 handfuls of nuts that I had. I didn't count that, soda that I had. So, but in my head, I'm like, I just had lunch and dinner. I didn't even have breakfast. So write down what you're eating. You can, with technology today, you can plug all that into a app. And even MyFitnessPal is a good one. And you can say, I weigh this much right now. I want to lose 15 pounds. It will tell you your caloric target. It will break it down into your macros, which is your carbs, your fats, and your proteins, and tell you how much to get every day. And you can follow that, and you can even put foods in. I mean, now you can almost put every restaurant into an app, and it'll tell you how much it is. So you really, with technology, can get really accurate on how many calories stuff is. But intermittent fasting works for some people, but does it work for you? I would try it. I would say, all of us could stop eating probably by 8 and not snack. But, what time you eat breakfast, especially if you have some diabetes or something like that, you don't want to wait until noon to eat breakfast. So you don't want to compromise one health thing to help out another one.
Okay, so I have a question. Now, as far as snacks, well, let me say this. After one of my workouts, because I work out with 2 different groups, so Tuesday and Thursday, we leave with a banana. Our instructor gives us a banana. And so I just take the banana. I don't need, is that good?
Yes,
Okay.
it's
So
restorative.
after the workout, because I don't eat after like 1:30, because you don't want to feel heavy, you don't want to feel bloated. But after the workout, so that's now 7 o'clock, should I have a meal that late, or what?
I think you can. I personally think that after your workout, you can have a meal. Are you hungry?
Sometimes.
Yeah. So even when I work out at 5:30 in the morning, when I work so I can't eat before I work out. So I can't eat before I work out. So I don't know if you're gonna have dinner at 4:30 in the afternoon, and then you work out and you burn a lot of calories. You might be hungry after that. So I would make dinner very light. What is that they say? Eat breakfast like something,
king.
and then eat lunch. Yeah. So make sure your dinner is small and healthy, and your lunch or your breakfast were your heavier meals.
So should you eat after the workout in the evening time, because everyone works out different? So should you do a workout?
I would do a light meal.
The
Yeah,
pauper.
very
So
light.
you eat
Yeah.
breakfast like a king, lunch is a prince, and then dinner is a pauper.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, since I recently started getting back into the health issue with me, I never will forget my son. I wore an outfit to church one day, and my son said I looked like I had lost weight because I was doing that exercise in the morning consistently and faithfully. Now I watch what I eat. I have a banana for breakfast. I have a banana for lunch, and I try to have a banana for dinner. And you all will be surprised how a banana fills you up. Just one. All that sugar you like to eat is in the banana. I was watching this special on TV where these African ladies said the banana was rotten. That's the best part of the banana. And it will make you live longer. And so they have a bunch of rotten bananas at work. So I've been eating those. It's a
It might work.
well, see, we so used to, no, it's not an acquired taste. It still tastes like a banana. I mean, you don't get it sloppy rotten, but it look like it has been through something.
Some things.
Uh-huh. But at the same time, we as America look at beauty,
We do.
even in our food.
You're
And
right.
so today, I ate 3 bananas for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. And I haven't eaten anything else.
Now you do gotta get
And
your
I still-
protein in.
But I still got a lot of energy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't feel jittery, and I'm on medication. So I've been praying. This only works for a prayer. You got to ask God to show you what you need to do. And with that exercise that I do in the morning, and then when I go to work, I drink a cup of coffee. And I put caramel, 2 drops of it, no sugar, and just cream. And then I eat that banana. And it fills me all the way up until 2 o'clock. Then when I get ready to go home at 3, I eat another banana. And then when I get home, I eat another banana. And that's my dinner, my breakfast, and my lunch. And it's working. So how much is this gonna cost?
Well, I do want to address that. I think you can do that. That's kind of like a little fast. And you can, some people also fast for a day or a few days, but you want to have protein. You even want to have fat. Fat is going to keep your joints and your brain healthy. You want to have carbs. Carbs are not the devil. Carbs have a function for energy and stuff like that. So do that, but you've got to come back the other way and get some carbs, some protein, some fats for your organ function too. So maybe it's alternate too. So make sure you do build that in on which days you're going to do that. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
For virtual classes, it's $40 a month. But I do personal training, can set you up and give you a workout program, and you can do that on your own too.
All right, Sister Lakeitha, thank you.
3 questions. 1, hydration. And then the importance of hydration. Water. Number 2 is, what did you say the benefit of the banana was? Because
It's restorative. That potassium is
okay.
restorative. Yeah, so it's great. My kids are all athletes, and they were always told by their coach to eat a banana after a
After
workout.
the workout.
okay.
Yes.
And does it matter if you eat before or after your workout?
Now, I cannot eat before my workout because I feel it coming back up my throat. So I would put a little bit of space in between eating and then moving. And that's just me personally. When I've done it, I've regretted it. But at least like 30, 40, you know how they say even like with swimming, don't swim on it. So I kind of use that, and it's not, I don't know the science behind it. I just know how I personally feel. And for the water, a very easy rule of thumb is take your weight, divide it in half, and that's how many ounces you should drink a day. And it's hard to get that much water in. Water should be the easiest health thing you can do, and it is so hard. But squeeze a little fruit in it, squeeze a little lemon, a little lime, put a little essence of something in it, and maybe that helps. I even tell people in my gym, I go, get one of them cute $30 water bottles. I know some of y'all probably got some. Stanley's, whatever they're called. Get a cute cup. Sometimes just having a cute bottle you're drinking out of will make you drink it a little bit more.
Thank you.
We have faith and fitness here at the church, and they've been very consistent with that. But I've had several people, one in particular, he's here now, tell me that they need a personal trainer to come in so that they're not just monotonous in their workout. Is that something that's an option?
Yes, we
From
can
you.
talk. We can talk. But I agree. I do think a lot of people get bored. You keep doing the same thing, and boredness, getting bored is another reason why people go too hard and they burn out, but then they get so consistent and they do the same thing and it gets boring after a while. So yeah, that's the part where I like about classes, because you don't have to think about it. You just come in, a trainer has dreamed up this workout and there's
That's
crazy
right.
things for you to do. You come in, you just follow instruction, you have a good workout, you sweat, you leave.
So with the classes, if you can, I say 1 hour, someone owns me for that hour. I don't have to even hear what she's saying, what they're saying, because they're going to show you the exercise. So you can have your headphones on, but you're watching that person. So that person is giving you the guidance. And with doing the same exercise, should you switch it up? Like if you're doing my workouts or a full body workout, but should I throw, and we do use the free weights, but should I do, like go to a gym that has the actual weights? Because doesn't your body get used to that same routine?
Your body can get used to the same routine, so you can mix up the moves. You can also progress in weights. So say for 6 months you use your 5 pounds. After a while, your body is going to get used to those 5 pounds. Go to 7, go to 8s, and you may only be able to do a few reps with the 8s, and then you have to go back down to the 5s. But there's several ways to challenge your body through changing the movements up. There's several ways to work on your legs. You got squats, you got lunges, you got all that. So don't always do squats. Mix it up and do lunges. Then with lunges, you got side lunge, back lunge, curtsy lunge. But also try to progress in the weights that you're using as well. Lunge.
Go ahead.
We can do some.
We're going to do something. We ready?
What can we substitute for sugar? And sometimes when I calorie count, it actually works for me. When I exercise, I'm not a sweater.
It's okay if you don't sweat.
That's right. I was because
That's your biology.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband don't sweat, so.
Okay. So what's for the sugar cravings and
Now, you
Like,
probably don't like this answer,
I don't
but
like food, but I can eat
sugar.
junk.
Yeah, I mean, what I tell people is probably not the easiest answer, but train your taste buds. You know, if you like, say, pop and you drinking a soda every day, try to change that to 4 days. And the 5th day you put in, or 5th, 6th, 7th, you put in water. Then try to eventually take a day out. So it might take you months, but just try to sub with water or unsweetened tea or something like that. So it's really like training your taste buds to not expect that sweetness. So that's not the easy answer for it. I don't personally like sugar substitutes. I think it's a lot of calories. I have a suspicion it causes cancer. And I saw a study that said that it actually makes our brain eat more because you go, oh, I didn't eat sugar, so I got this many calories left. So we go eat more when we have the diet sugar. So
Okay, well,
I
we're
just
talking
think
about,
in
like,
a lot of ways
Splenda
I
or
don't like
stuff
them.
like that. Okay, I wasn't talking about that. I was
Splenda
like
stuff. Talking about like
something
cookies
like
and stuff like that.
Instead of eating the
Yeah.
sugar, something that would
Maybe a different snack.
a different
Oh,
type
yeah.
of
Yeah.
snack. And my doctor actually made me to stop drinking so much water because it was not.
Really?
Yeah, I drank too much water. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, it was doing something
Right.
with my cells.
The snacks we tell people are nuts. You need something like that you chew. Sometimes a protein shake, but you know, if you want something to chew, a liquid thing is not going to do it for you. What are some snacks that y'all are eating?
Popcorn.
Popcorn is a good one, but make sure it's not got too much butter on it. Yeah.
Move on.
Grapes are good in
So are-
moderation because you can go with two.
Okay,
yeah.
so a lot of sugar in the fruit. Okay, so moderation. And how many servings of that of fruit per day?
I would say one serving of fruit per day because it can get 1 to 2. It's got a lot of sugars in it. Some fruits, fruits are all over the spectrum, but the ones we like the most got the most sugar. But but an apple's great. Apple's gonna have fiber. Orange is gonna have your vitamin C. It has stuff that we want, but you just gotta be careful with that serving size. Even with like people, like my friends used to say, "Oh, my doctor, you can drink a glass of wine and it helps with your heart." Well, a serving size for a glass of wine is 5 ounces. When we go to the restaurant, they pour in like this. So, look and see what the serving size says online and follow that serving size. And it's not always what you get at a restaurant.
Good questions. Bishop? Okay, I'm sorry. Brother Elsie has.
So what about creatine? Is creatine good?
So interesting thing about creatine, you got to drink a lot of water with it. It's not bad. I think your body makes it, but you can take creatine. I have been taking creatine for a whole different reason that has nothing to do with fitness. It's because I saw that there's some connection that creatine actually helps with Alzheimer's. My mother died from Alzheimer's, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna take some. So I'm doing it. I'm kind of trying to do everything that might help me. Once you see somebody pass away from Alzheimer's, it kind of gets in your head that that's a really terrible disease. But there's studies that creatine helps with that. So I just got some little creatine gummies. I pop a couple every day. But I know that what I'm seeing online is they say take it for a little bit, or like say if you take it for 6 months, take a break of a couple weeks, then take it again so it can kind of flush out of your system, then take it again. So make sure you're taking those little breaks when you take it, and you got to really, really hydrate.
Okay, Brother Anthony has a question.
Take like 9 of them 3 times a day, and I feel like that's a lot.
How does your body feel when you take it?
I be energized. Like I feel like more energized, and I feel like I work out harder and all of that. But I just be wondering, is that too much? Or?
Without knowing how much it is, I would have to look it up. But if your body is doing okay for it, do that. But look up like a creatine break, and make sure you're taking like. I can't tell you exactly how much it is, but say if you take it for so many weeks, take a couple weeks off. Take it for so many weeks, take a couple weeks off.
Thank you. Bishop?
I had 2 questions. One is about, well, it wasn't a question, but a statement about working out. Working out is, it's somewhat of a myth that you're going to always be happy about it. You're going to always, be in a high spirit about working out. I think that our ideology when it comes to working out has to change, because if we stop moving, then we get stiff. We get old, But the other part of it is that one of the great benefits of exercising is, along with health, but when you see the results, when you start fitting stuff you couldn't fit, and everything looks good on you when you lose weight.
And you feel better.
Old
you feel
stuff.
good.
Right. And I say that because a lot of times when it's time to get up and work out, sometimes you be like, oh, and it's like a dread thing. Then once you do it, you feel good, like you conquered the hill. However, if we have the mode of thinking that this is just going to be a part of my life, I think that can help us. And then also to not exercise, and then when you go to the doctor, they ask you, have you been exercising? And then you got to tell them, not really. And so that doesn't feel good. And I think we're most miserable when it's hard to button your pants up, or it's hard to fit stuff, and your confidence go down. And so the other part of it is, I think one of the biggest enemies is sugars, because according to the National Heart Association, that we only supposed to have 9 teaspoons of sugar as men, 9 a day. I mean, you can get that in one ginger ale.
And all the foods have sugar built in.
And all but if you have that one ginger ale, you got it for the whole day. And I tried it one time, and I found out for women it's only 6 teaspoons, not the tablespoons. It's only 6. And so, you sure can get that in a Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
And so I took it all out for 1 week, and I was 7 pounds lighter. And so I said, I've been doing this to myself. We're actually eating too much sugar. And the body, after years of that, is going to affect us some kind of way, whether it's our pancreas, something's going to happen. And so I just want to say that, because I think that sometimes we think we get dreadful. Oh, I don't want to lift these arms. Oh, I don't want to do this. I hate the pain for working out. But working out, the pain, you can take it as similar to NyQuil. If you got a cold and you take some type of Robitussin or NyQuil, you subject to start getting that stuff out of your body. Well, when you get the pain, your arms are getting tighter. You're seeing definition in your legs. And so I just think that I want to put that on the
You touch on 2 really good points. A lot of people say, I'm just not motivated. I'm not motivated. Let that word go. It's discipline. When you wake up in the morning, you don't have to say, am I motivated to shower? Am I motivated to brush my teeth? You're disciplined to shower and brush your teeth. So exercise needs to go more on discipline than motivation, which is what you touched on. The other thing you touched on is, again, when we take people through like a 6-week weight loss, I say, take out the alcohol, take out the sugar, take out the dairy. Dairy is another thing. Take it out. And people are like, what? I can't. But when they do, if they really follow the program, at the end of 6 weeks, I say, now you can add the cookies back in. You can add in the milk and cheese. You can add in the alcohol. 90% of the people, when they add it back in, they go, oh, my stomach. We desensitize ourselves by constantly putting the sugar, the alcohol, the cheese, the milk, all the stuff that's bad for us. Your body just acclimates to that. When you take it out and you realize how light you feel, the brain fog, how you wake up a little less groggy, all those things happen when you take out some of those things, then you don't want to go back to them. So I just say, just give it 6 weeks, give it 4 weeks. You gave it a week and you felt the difference. But we just, society, all the foods, all the stuff we got, it's just got all this stuff in it, and it's actually more effort to take it out than anything.
Good. Go ahead, Rhonda.
My question was right in line with what you were talking about. What do you think about the cleansing process prior to when you're getting ready to go into those the workout thing, or you're about to get started again, whether it be the some people have the cleanses, or they might do like a peel. Some people do a fruit cleanse, a detox, a liquid, a milk of magnesia, all the way down to a colonic that will cleanse your gut and stuff. So how do you feel about those?
Some are good, some are bad. Some are just, these people selling these teas and all this. You can do a cleanse and it'll help you lose weight temporarily. But if you 2 weeks later eating all the same stuff and you haven't changed your diet, then it's temporary. It is a good jump start, but you can't do a cleanse long term because again, you need all those nutrients and everything for your body function. So long term, just eat in balance. Long term, find a way to eat and move that is sustainable over time. And every once in a while, you know, every 6 months, do a cleanse or something like that to kind of do a little jump start. But you can't like just constantly do cleanses because it actually will deplete your body of the things it needs. But just be careful, read up on them, read reviews, because some of them are a bunch of smoke and mirrors.
Okay, we're going to do one more question, and then we are going to start our exercise. So you have a question? Okay.
I like the juice. I do a lot of beetroots. I take a lot of
We can't hear.
vegetables to juice that. Take a green apple, honey, and vegetables. I do a lot of that, and it helps me with my energy.
Yeah.
And you know, I try to. It's hard to sweet because you go to the store. I like chocolate, and there's some on sale. A Snicker, a Hershey bar. So I like chocolate. I don't really like what you call this stuff, donuts and stuff. But I tried to cut that. I'm not used to the weight. You don't understand. When you start going to the gym, your body get addicted. Yeah. So you're not tripping over that stuff. And I just go to the gym, me and Brother Mike, and we used to watch people. We're like, why they not getting? You know why? Because their nutrition, they eating everything.
Yeah.
You can't eat everything. I know people that really work out. They say once a month they cheat. I'm like, what you say? I eat what I want to eat. Only once a month. You know, they people that really into that stuff, they eat what they want, but they're not gonna eat that every day.
Right. Well, and like when you say your Snicker, cut it in thirds, you know, and have a taste of it. Because sometimes when you cold turkey cut it all, you obsess about it. Have a little taste of it, right? So you scratch that itch, and then you go on and put the rest in the freezer. So you got to defrost it to enjoy it or something like that. And then I don't know how old y'all are, but I definitely think once you get over about 45, 50, it's more eating than moving. Your eating, your nutrition really figures into it.
So last question, vitamins. What about vitamins? Are there certain vitamins that you should take? So talk about vitamins.
So yes, what I used to tell people is, you know, you got your workouts, you got your eating, your vitamins fill in the gaps. Your vitamins and your supplements aren't the primary thing. It's what are you eating? Are you moving? Are you sleeping? You know, and then your vitamins. So your vitamins are like where there's little gaps here and there. I say take any kind of vitamin, and it's just going to help supplement. And now other supplements, I used to be very, very anti-supplement because, again, you know, some of these are just selling you some advertisement and some magical cure. And I still think a lot of them are. But, you know, being like a woman of a certain age, I am starting to go, okay, well, maybe I need to take this pumpkin supplement or, you know, more vitamin D and more vitamin B because I read something that it helps with like menopause. So I'm still learning myself. What I tell everybody to do is read, and then go find another source and read that source. Because again, a lot of them are just trying to sell you something and it's just gonna flow all the way through your system and not have any benefit. But a good multivitamin is good. Read the back. There's all kinds of sites that show you can even put in this vitamin versus this vitamin and see if it's got what you need out of it.
Good. Okay, so we're gonna start our workout.
Yes.
So we're gonna do a couple of things. So first, we're going to do exercises in the chair.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone, I'm gonna turn it over to Don. So those of you who work in the office, these are exercises that you can do every day, every single day. This is not gonna be a 30-minute workout like Don says. Hers are normally 45 minutes, but this is a good chair exercise. Yes. So we're asking everyone to participate. Thank you.
All right. So, and And I'm going to do it what I call Tabata style. That's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds off. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds off. And I'm going to give you 2 moves. Okay, so your first move, I like to do this with weights, small weights. Touch those weights underneath. Lean back, and you'll feel your core. So touch those weights, imaginary weights underneath. Lean back, and you'll feel your core. And then the other one, we're just going to opposite, punch and kick, all right? So we're going, this is 4 minutes, 4 minutes. All right, but 20 seconds at a time. 20 seconds, you're going to eat an elephant, small elephant. All right, ready? Here we go. Touch underneath, lean back, feel that core. So sit at the edge of your chair so you have room to lean back. Yep. So you got your 2-pound weights. If you lean back, you feel that core. Working those arms and shoulders. So this is what we call a compound move. We're working 2 body parts. Working that core. Now time, you got a little break here. Now we're going to do the punch and kick. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Punch and kick. Now, get those kicks up at the height of your waist. Good. Now put a little power behind that punch. Punch it a little harder. Good. Now we can do this with some 5-pound, 3-pound weights. That ups the intensity. Did you say intensity is the key? Time. That's round 2. We do 8 rounds of this. All right, now we back to move number 1. All right, ready? Those imaginary weights. And touch under, lean back. Under, lean back. Like a little sit up. Good.
I can feel it in my stomach.
Sit right on the edge, so you're leaning back. And time. All right, catch your breath. We got the punch and kick coming next. Punch and kick. Ready. Opposite, left and right, and go. The other thing that working out does, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all that, you're using your brain because you're using the opposite sides, your left hand, your right foot. So a lot of times when you're doing a workout, you got to think about it, or you're counting down or something like that. So it's so much more. And time. That was round number 4. 4 down, 4 to go. Huh? No, we got 4 to go. We got 4 more to go. But good job so far. Here we go, round 5. Reach, lean. Make sure you have room to lean.
Good job, Kay.
Yep, sit all the way on the edge so you can lean. Try this at home with some little weights. 3, 2, and 1. All right, that was round 5. Round 6 coming up. Ready? So it's a little break. So rest is important. I know a lot of times we say, work out. So take that little rest, let your body recover, and start again. Opposites. 5 more seconds. Good. Put some power behind those punches. Punch it. Punch it. Time. All right, that was 6. We got 2 more left. Make these last 2 the best ones, all right? Knock it out, knock it out. Ready? Here we go. All the way low. And good. Yes, see?
We don't do the up.
Sit up. It's a sleep. That's the thing. You got that core going on while you're sitting. It's up. You're sitting up in a chair.
Yeah.
She's like, this sounds like an up move. This is an up move.
I feel it in my stomach.
Yeah, that's where when you do that lean back.
Uh-huh.
All right, here's round number 8. And punch. Hard. Put some power behind it. Get those kicks up high. A little higher on those kicks. Yes. Yes. Come on, you got it. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Good, good. That was 4 minutes. That was 4 minutes, 20 seconds at a time. And the thing about Tabata that I like is you tell yourself, I only got to do it for 20 seconds, right? 20 seconds, and we did 4 minutes.
Okay, now we're going to stand up.
All right.
All right, Coach Taylor.
Y'all always talk, y'all some fitness trainers. So you should be able to keep up, all these fitness trainers.
What move that I like is a sumo squat. Your toes are pointed out, your heels are pointed in. And so you're squatting down, but you're kind of isolating that inner thigh. So you can do a sumo squat or a regular squat, and then we're just gonna do imaginary shoulder press, all right? That's your first move for Tabata. Then our second one, we're gonna do a static squat. So we're gonna stay low, and you're gonna punch, all right? So we're gonna keep that tension on the thighs, like do a 20-second squat, all right? So squat, shoulder, ready, and go. Squat, shoulder. You can make it a sumo squat, or you can make it a regular squat. Good. Now I want you to come up and power up. Kind of like how she said, power up. Yes, put a little extra intensity to it. 5 seconds. And time. All right, you got your 10-second break. 8 rounds, all right? So this next one, static squat, punch. Keep that head up, ready. Sit in that imaginary chair, hold it, punch, out, yes. Stay low, stay low. If you gotta come out of that squat, come out, shake it out, and get back low. You're sitting in your imaginary chair. Stay low, stay low. Good, good, good. Almost there, good job, good job. Come on, and shake it out. Yes. That was your 2 moves. Ready for round 3? Ready. And take it down slow. Power up. Good. This is your imaginary weight. Let's see, this is your best piece of equipment. You don't even need weight. Anybody breathing a little hard? Sweating a little? Come on, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Take your break, stretch it out. We got our imaginary chair and the punches. Ready. Sit down, and punch. Straight out. Good, good. And this one, keep your core engaged. That is supporting your back. Good, good. A little faster, a little faster. Put a little power behind them punches. Yes, yes, yes. Looking good, looking good, looking good. And shake it out. Good. All right, that's halfway. Halfway. Ready. And here we go. Down. Power up. It's almost like how you load up when you're a little kid and you're about to jump. You put all that power here. So it's almost like, it's like 80% of the jump. Good. Only 20 seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Good.
Bishop, do we have water in the sanctuary?
Ready, round 6. Get low and go. Punch it. Lower. Yes. How low can you go? Good. Now faster. Punch. Move it. It's like those arms are sprinting. 5, 4, 3, 2. Shake it out. Good. All right, here's our last 2. Here's round 7 and 8. Finish strong. Ready? And bring it down. Power up. Yep. If we had weights at this time, I would say, hey, if you're tired, do single. So we always can do a modification, right? Or I say, drop those weights and just keep it moving. You got it. 3, 2, rest. That was number 7. We got one more. Good job. All right, our last one. Here we go. Get low. Punch. Good. Keep breathing. Good. Almost there. You can do anything for 20 seconds. Yes, looking good. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and break. Yes. Good job.
You can do anything for 20 seconds.
Good job. The only other thing I say is, you know what? Reward yourself. If you work out for 4 weeks consistently, a lot of times we reward ourselves with what? food. Think of what you can reward yourself with. And now you could buy yourself a new workout outfit or something, or if you love to read. So try to think of non-food rewards for yourself. You gotta pat yourself on the back. What is that, 6 months, a month, whatever it is, but something to say, hey, you did a good job, girl. And you know, what is that thing? Set that up now so you have something to look forward to.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Don. Can we give Don a round of applause? So Don will be here a few minutes. She has meal plans. She can give you information about her gym and about being a member, virtual or in person. And the meal plans work. They absolutely work. So thank you, Don. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of our intensity in fitness. All right, Bishop, we're going to turn it over to you.
How y'all feel? Sister Carol, are we done with question and answer? Okay. All right. Yeah. She gonna hang around for us. All right, so we're going to prepare to give. If you can get your offering in your hand, we're going to give